fourth.
This is also an insane year because if you looked at the Canucks leading up to it, in previous years where the Canucks were good, in the previous years where the Canucks were contenders,
Yeah.
there were building blocks.
Don't mention the year, though.
No, in those years, except for 82. There were building blocks, even the West Coast Express era. There were years where they accumulate pieces, better, fruits of your labor. In those good years, you had players that were drafted in the in the regular season where the Canucks won President's trophies.
Yeah.
They had guys that were playing on the team in the West Coast Express era. They had the this is such an inside baseball joke, but they had players that were acquired in the ruthless aggression era, the Dave Nonis era.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. And it took a while. You watch this journey here. You've had this journey of these guys, these underachieving schmucks with no hope and no direction, and you move the furniture around a little bit. You get a new IKEA rug that brings the room together, and all of a sudden they're competing for a President's Trophy in mid-January. There is no precedent that has been set with this type of success in this market. All bets are off.
Yeah, all bets are off, and I think if I can be kind of frank, I understand the argument by people, like very analytics-focused people, and I get it when we talked about this last week.
Yeah.
I think the kind of run that they're on, you have to throw your hands up of any sort of logical argument and trying to rationalize what's happening. You have to be like, this is a thing that's happening. None of it it's a heater. It's this. It's that. I don't know what's happening, and I'm afraid, and I just have to go and ride this wave.
It's a month-long. It's a multi-month heater where the bad habits and the weaknesses have been controlled and isolated, and these positive behaviors are consistent every night. Even in the games where they lose. They lost in Columbus on this road trip because they were exhausted. Panda Express was sitting in their stomach like a brick, and that's fine. They lose in St. Louis because they big brain the lineup and they kind of remove the dynamics from that lineup.
Yeah.
They don't play bad. They just are underwhelming, and they're just not. They don't have the firepower, and the chemistry's not there. You have to go literally back so far. Maybe a loss maybe in December against the San Jose Sharks.
Yeah, that loss was
of the last get your shit together loss, and maybe that was their wake up call.
Yeah,
because the problem with this team for so many years was absolutely Kevin from The Office with the bucket of chili, and not do anything about it.
It's probably what we do best.
Probably what the Canucks did best for half a decade was not learn from their mistakes and not realize the situation they're in.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a coach that they're terrified of, and they've got a literal stable of Hall of Famers and Cup champs that are telling you, listen, idiot, if you want to win the Cup and you want to sustain yourself and be successful for a whole season and win, here's what you do. Now you can either, do whatever you want and dawdle and have your thumb up your ass, or you can listen to what we're saying.
Yeah.
And I'm really thinking that this is perfect storm. It screams 05-06 Carolina Hurricanes. They are the disruptors. They will disrupt the wedding day.
And then the next year they miss the playoffs, but who cares?
Because
Because you got a ring.
I
don't care if the Canucks miss the playoffs for the next 10 years if they somehow win.
Arash.
I could not care
If
less.
they were to win the Stanley Cup, I kid you not, and they had to make all these tough decisions, there would be the group photo with the cup on the ice behind us. We would spend the next 5 years with our feet up smoking cigars saying, hey, man, how great was that game 4?
Yep.
Where Connor Garland got
I'll
that.
start smoking again. I don't give a frick.
What do they
I'll do it on camera.
Why not? The Canucks want to stay on
I
the
got
cup.
nothing else to live for now. I got a cup.